Hello, this is Lucy of Paper Glitter Glue, and one of my readers asked about making the roof, applying the roof to the old farmhouse, which is in my book of 12 Simply Super Miniature Houses, something like that. So I wanted to show you, this is the basic way that I glue a house together. The tab is glued here. I use my binder to hold it while it's drying. I usually reinforce it with a little bit of painter's tape, kind of removable, pretty easy to remove painter's tape. And then these flaps kind of baffle people sometimes, but these I call roof flaps, and they maintain the structure of the house. So when you glue these down, you glue the roof tabs, these 4 tabs, to the roof flap, it holds the house in a rectangular structure. And I've got the same one. This house is I think the stone house is in my book, and same thing, it's got roof flaps. It's not, wait just a second, I'll show you. These roof flaps are glued down, and then the roof slides in over this front gable, this little front gable in there, and I made the roof piece with this cutout. I gave it just a little bit of room to move because sometimes your cardboard is thicker than others. And then once the roof is glued on and dried, then you add the dormer. Okay, so I'm going to show you on the old farmhouse, assuming I can find some glue. Yep, there's always glue around here. This is quick dry. My favorites, and it's pretty liquidy. My favorite is Fast Grab. It's by the same, it's Aleene's. This is quick dry, but I like Fast Grab better for structural things. Although gluing these little flaps down isn't really a big deal. Excuse me, I'm kind of clumsy. And while it's drying, sometimes I put a little piece of tape there. Painter's tape. And then let that dry. And so that's the structure of the house with the little roof tabs glued to the roof flaps. So the roof flaps are not really the roof, they're support under the roof. And then this is the roof itself with the cutout, and it slides on here. And once all of this is dry, then I'll add a generous amount of glue along here. And then slide this on, center it, let that dry, and again I use my painter's tape because I don't like standing there to hold things, so I'll put a piece of tape pretty tightly on one side, another little piece of tape on the other side, and then let it dry. Okay, since this one is already dry, I'm going to glue this one down. So this is the same kind of little house from my book as well, and it's got this front gable here. And let's add some glue and glue down the roof. And like I said, use a pretty generous amount. Front and back, also along this side, this seam here. And if you want to smear it a little bit, it actually will dry faster. And it makes a good layer of glue so the roof will adhere. Okay, let me wipe the glue off my fingers. Okay, let's slide the roof piece on. And get a little more of the painter's tape and make sure that that it is both centered and pushed down all the way so that this tip meets the tip of the roof. And then I put a little bit there. Pull it kind of tight so it holds. Not so much that it bends it inward, but it holds it down. And ooch it over a little bit. Same thing over here. And if you think it's popping up, but it doesn't look like it's going to, well, we can add a little piece there. This is a pretty steep roof. So that's how you glue the roof on. Then, once this is dry, I wait until it's dry because things move sometimes. In fact, it moved a little bit. Things move sometimes, so I wait until it's dry before I'll add the gable, the roof piece, to the front gable. And I think this is the roof piece here. Let me center it again. Because remember, this one isn't glued on yet. And that's how the gable goes on. So that is how you add the roof to the houses that have a front gable that's basically a part of the building. Some gables, some have a front extension, some have a gable on the roof, like an extra dormer with a gable roof, but this is one with the front gable is continuous with the plane of the front of the house. So I hope that helps, and I'm going to put this on my Facebook group, and I'm going to send it to the person who asked the question, and I hope it helps you construct these little houses. Okay? All right. Y'all have a good day. Bye.